just be tingling so much. Like, I have a feeling if I were to tap directly on the top of this microphone, if I were to tap it instead of scratch it, then you would get really strong tingles inside of your brain. But I don't want to do that because you'd find it so hard to sleep. If I tapped on this microphone in the middle of your ears, it would kind of sound like that, except even stronger because it'd be inside of your brain. If I just did right on the middle, like if I were to tap, if I were to tap. I have felt so self-conscious for the past couple months about how this room, specifically my studio, smells because my cat has peed along this wall and I could not get the smell out for the longest time until the sponsor of today's video, Asuna, sent me some of their products to try out, and I'm so excited to show them to y'all. Asuna is a plant-powered home wellness brand that helps to eliminate odors naturally using pure Australian tea tree oil. Their products work by neutralizing odors instead of masking them, which creates like a cleaner, safer, more hospitable space. I used to try and use incense sometimes whenever things smelled off, but I could tell that it freaked out my cat. She would never want to be in the room when I used incense, and I felt like I was smoking her out of my favorite places, you know? But these products are both pet friendly and pet neutralizing, and my cat is happy laying down right on this bed right here, right next to it. I know that she feels safe and calm, and that means the world to me. I really have noticed that this room smells so much fresher since using it, and I can't smell the unwanted odors at all anymore, and I'm so excited to test out their other scents in other little corners of my room that I think could use a nice freshen up. These pods are eco-friendly and refillable. They're not made out of plastic or anything, and the product lasts a really long time, up to about 90 days before you need to refill it. They're designed for low-tox, naturally minded households, and that is why both me and my cat love them. So if you're interested, you can use my link in the description or the code alwaysslightlysleepy30 to get 30% off your order. That's alwaysslightlysleepy30 to get 30% off your order at Asuna. Anyway, I'm kind of nervous about giving you brain tingles inside of your head because what if then you couldn't sleep? Like, I really like to give people ASMR by cupping their ears, cupping and then releasing, cupping and then releasing that sound whenever the hand is kind of sticky and it sticks on the ear. But it's so tingly. It really is like almost overwhelming if you really do it right. Like, I'm not gonna do it all the way because I don't want to give you tingles. But if it's just like a little bit like this, like maybe that won't give you tingles. Because if I did it all the way and I really covered your ear all the way and then did this cupping thing, I think you might get ASMR from that, or if I tapped right here instead of just scratched. But don't worry, I don't want to do that because I know that you're trying to fix your sleep schedule. Because you're a mess. That's okay. I don't want to make it even worse by making content that's like really addicting to watch because it's so tingly. I don't want to do that to you, so I don't want to give you ASMR. So I'm not gonna give you like tingles, even though I do kind of want to, because it's my job actually. But I'll try not to. I'll try not to do that. I'll try not to fully give you ASMR because then I would be part of the problem. So instead of tapping right here, tap, which is what I would normally do. Instead of tapping right there, I'm just gonna tap this book. That's not giving you tingles, right? That's not giving you any tingles, right? Because if it's giving you tingles, I can try and stop. Tap, 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 tap. I don't want to give you full ASMR. I just want you to almost get it. I want to give you the same kind of relaxing experience that you get whenever you watch ASMR videos without you worrying about getting distracting tingles all over your face and your head and your brain. Your face and your head and your brain, because if you got tingles, if I were to really fully cup these ears, then you might get tingles, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna kind of half-ass it a little bit. Just kind of half-ass these cupping triggers. I'm just gonna not do it all the way. I thought something was kind of funny. Can I tell you about it? I thought it was funny. I was getting out this book, and it's called Firestar's Quest. It's actually a classic of American literature. It's very important. I would say it's just about on par with something like anything written by Ernest Hemingway or John Steinbeck. Even though this was actually written by 3 British women, I think it's a classic of American literature. And I thought this part was funny on the back. Publishers Weekly. I'm sorry, I almost tapped. You didn't get tingles, did you? Hey, are you awake? You didn't get tingles, did you? Just now? Were you listening? Were you focused? You didn't just get, because I almost tapped it. I almost tapped right here on the mic. I almost tapped, which would have given you tingles, but I didn't. But I almost did. And I'm kind of worried that the anticipation of the tapping might have given you tingles. So right now I'm just gonna scratch it so that I can reassure you that I'm not going to tap it. I'm not going to tap this middle part of your brain, because that would just give you too much ASMR and then you wouldn't be able to sleep. Are you focused? Were you focused? Are you relaxed? Anyway, this part of the review says, action-packed, certain to please any young reader who has ever wondered what dreams of grandeur may haunt the family cat. By Publishers Weekly. I think that's a funny way of saying it wouldn't please many people. Just a very particular type of person. It's high literature, it's like Ernest Hemingway, it's kind of, it's a challenging read, but it would please a certain type of reader, and it did please me when I was 9 or so. Anyway, don't worry, I'm not gonna cup your ears. I'm not gonna give you any ASMR right now. You can relax. It's okay. I'm not gonna give you any ASMR. I promise. Friends don't give friends ASMR when one of them's trying to sleep. So I'm not gonna give you any ASMR right now, okay? You don't have to worry. ASMR, right? Because I can try to do less. Like, maybe I shouldn't touch it at all. Maybe I shouldn't touch it. Do you think it's too tingly if I just touch the mic at all? Like, maybe I should use something else. Because I know hands, they're kind of a trigger for people, aren't they? So maybe instead of using my hand, maybe instead what I should do is use something like this, and I should just touch, and my hands shouldn't get anywhere near it, because maybe if you saw my hands kind of touching these ears, it would give you tingles if my hands really started to touch these little ears. Actually, maybe I should use my little hands. Maybe I should use... No, it's okay. You think it's okay if I use my real fingers? If I use my real fingers to kind of touch your ears a little bit? Or that's not going to be too tingly if I touch my fingers. That's good. I'm glad that it's you have enough tingle immunity, because some people, they haven't watched a lot of ASMR, and so they get tingles really, really easily. And sometimes I feel bad because I distract them from sleeping, because they just get such strong tingles from my videos, you know what I mean? They get such strong tingles. But you don't have to worry about that, which is good, because you watch so much ASMR. You watch so much really intense ASMR. You probably watch really, really talented ASMR artists that kind of blow me out the water, so I don't have to worry too much about accidentally giving you tingles, because you're watching really good ASMR artists with high production. Oh gosh, I almost did it again. Did you see that? Hey, did you see that? I almost did it. I almost did it. You didn't see me, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll try to just scratch. And I'm not gonna tippy tappy. I'll tippy tap on your ears, but I don't want to tippy tap on the top middle part of the microphone, because that would give you tingles. Anyway, you probably watch ASMR artists with really high production value, and it looks like they're in a totally different building every video they make, and it's how they even get that building. How do people just find buildings, I don't know where buildings are. Sometimes I'm but they're probably just really good at building sets. They probably all happen in the same building. I don't know. Anyway, that's my problem to solve, not your problem. I'm sorry. Sorry, you don't have to think about that. You can just go to sleep. Just as long as you don't let me distract you by giving you ASMR. I'll make sure not to tap or to really cup your ears. I'll just kind of cup the outside like this without ever really fully closing your ear. I'm not gonna do that, because that would be too tingly. I'm not gonna do it fully. I'll just kind of almost do it without doing it completely, because I think that's polite. I can maybe go back to this. Does that sound like anything at all? And I can still do tapping, just not right here, because right here would be really intense. It would be so intense if I tapped right here. If I tapped instead of scratched. If I tap instead of scratch. But it would be pretty similar. Anyway, has anyone ever told you that, like, your energy is, like, it's like really giving Year of the Pig, like in the Chinese Zodiac. You're giving pig energy. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I mean, all of them are good. All of them are good. All of them are good. But that's just like what I'm saying. You have pig energy. Pig. Like, I can almost, in your aura, I can, like, see your snout. Your cute little pig snout. And I kind of just want to honk. Just want to honk your pig snout. No one's ever told you that? How odd. How odd. Oh, I almost tapped. Were you focusing? Did you see that when I almost tapped? I'm not gonna tap on your face either, because that would definitely be really tingly if, like, I'll touch your face. But I have a feeling if I tapped right on your face, it would probably give you really strong ASMR. And I don't want to do that. So I'll just tap on your ears. Do you think ears are part of the face? Why or why not? In your own words, no ChatGPT. Are ears part of the face? Why or why not? I'm not gonna tap, okay? I'm not gonna tap, I'm just gonna touch with one finger. Touch, and then I'm gonna touch again. Touch. Thank goodness I didn't tap. Because then you'd get tingles if I tap. You'd get so many tingles, but instead of tap, I just touched. And that way you don't have to worry about getting tingles, just like if I touched, right? If I were to, you're not gonna get tingles, right? If, like, instead of tapping right here, if I just no tingles, right? I'm not gonna tap. Just sort of poke and prod. Honestly, you watch so many top-tier ASM artists. I don't think you ever have to worry about getting surprise tingles from me, even if I were to tap. I think you'd probably control your tingles pretty well. And you wouldn't get any tingles even if I were to tap all the way on your face. Even if I were to, I don't think you would get tingles because you just have so much sort of desensitization because of all of the high quality ASMR that you watch. So even if I were to really tap right there, or really cup your ears, I don't think you'd get tingles, but you might. So I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna tappy tap, even though I really want to. And I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at tapping. I'm pretty good at it. But I'm not gonna do it. Scratch.
peacefully into sleep, 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 without any tingles at all. You don't have to worry. It's gonna be okay.